when I started to get out into the water in Brooklyn, I hit a wave and came down very hard and fell off the wave runner. I didn't think that I had hit anything. So at that time, I got back on the wave runner, and that was at about, I want to say 6:30 that happened. Which then I proceeded to go back towards New Jersey, where I was headed. And as I got about, I want to say 4 miles off the shore of Sandy Hook, the wave runner started to bog down. Sounded like it was starting to shut off, and I just kept running it until it finally shut off on me and started sinking. I opened up the back seat and saw that there was water coming into it, and it just got very topsy-turvy. And at that time, I just jumped in the water. I had sweatpants on, and I knew I couldn't swim in them, so I had to take off the sweatpants, and I took off my life jacket, put it on the wave runner, and tried to swim to shore, but the current was heading out, and it was just taking me too far. I was getting exhausted. So at that time, I turned around and looked where I could go, and just kept praying, really, and turned around, saw the buoy that I eventually swam to. I was able to climb onto a light tower that was out there, and I really was just sitting there for the night, and I don't know how long it was, but after a while I started seeing Coast Guard and helicopters and boats and everything, but it would seem that they were going in the other direction. I climbed to the top of it where there was a light, and I was trying to flag down the helicopters and the boats. I was trying to send any signal that I was there, but they couldn't see me or hear me. Many boats passed me that were tankers and other things, and I was yelling at them, but they couldn't hear me. It was too far. So I went to the bottom of it, where I found 2 boxes of, I believe it was signaling equipment from the Coast Guard. I took the boxes apart and kind of like made a shield from the wind and just laid down until I saw first light. I wasn't really able to sleep. But when first light came, I checked the tide. I went down to the bottom of the ladder and checked how fast the current was in the tide. At that time, I just made the decision to get in the water, because the helicopters didn't spot me the night before. They were flying all around me, over top of me. So I said, it's either I sit here and do nothing and hope somebody sees me, or I get in the water and go back. So I knew it was like a 4-mile swim from where I was, so I just hopped in the water and started swimming. After about 25-30 minutes of swimming, I saw a United States Coast Guard boat heading right for me. At the time, they didn't see me, but I started yelling and screaming at the top of my lungs. I smiled. I was happy. I started, waving my arms, making as much splashing as possible, which they started to head right for me, which then I saw 3 Coast Guard officers there, and they helped me onto the boat, and I just basically broke down in tears because I was so happy that I was coming home. I didn't think I was going to make it back in. I needed to see my family, needed to see somebody.